Tantra to me is about accessing the pleasure nature of consciousness as it expresses itself into the human body, especially as its sexuality. Well, consciousness has many properties, one of which is traditionally called bliss. And how we experience that in the human body is as many different frequencies of pleasure that are not being generated by external stimuli or activity of the body itself, but are just present and continuously, potentially accessible. By feeling very deeply while being as relaxed as possible. There are particular practices to invite this experience. In the context of Tantra, they can be practices that one does alone or solo. Some practices done with other people, but the basic quality of the practice is to invite and clarify the presence of pleasure. Many things can be used for that. Well, we do a lot of things. Perhaps the initial processes are solo physical practices that you could call Tantra yoga and Tantric meditation done alone. But then we also do things in groups, meditations in groups, silent meditations, contact meditations, and then we do Tantra yoga sometimes in pairs and Tantric meditation in pairs, but we also do more healing exercises just to get people to really relax into their sexuality and their pleasure nature, and these can be done in many ways, and usually in small groups. Briefly, I suppose the thing about my approach to tantric massage is that it doesn't really have anything to do with erotic massage, and very often tantric massage looks just like erotic massage with an esoteric twist, but what differentiates my approach is the idea is just to relax into the pleasure so much that the precipitation of orgasmic release becomes irrelevant, and instead the pleasure being generated by the massage dissolves into the pleasure nature of the body and enhances it. No prior experience is required, and actually one could almost say perhaps better not to have, because then you come without expectations, and my approach is pretty different from other approaches in that it's very, let's say, passive and accepting. There isn't any sense that you have to push at your boundaries or make anything happen. It's much more focused on just relaxing into what you're actually feeling, whatever it might be. It is for the human being. Partnerships, it's okay, to come with a partner. It's okay to come with a friend. It's okay to come alone. Well, in a way, it depends how you define sexual activity, but the bottom line is that people are invited to experience and recognize their own sexuality without any insistence that they express that in any particular way. So it is possible in some of the games that we play which are usually done more privately, that what people might call sexual activity might happen, but the context within which it's happening means it's going to be quite different from the normal way people express their sexual nature. Participants are sometimes become naked voluntarily only, and you know, it's only if they feel like that's what they want to do in that moment. There is, in one sense, in the sense that they're encouraged and supported to do only what they really want to do, and to honour whatever their boundaries might be in the moment. But in an external sense of any particular activity, everything is completely voluntary, and it's made very clear that not participating in something because you don't want to is more important than participating in something that you're not sure of. People are given ample opportunity to learn about boundaries in different contexts and in different ways. I don't think that Tantra can be taught without that. Gently, gently, softly, softly. The key to it is uncovering a willingness to feel. It's not so much about what one does or what's being done as about learning to really get in touch with your feelings, so that your feelings, what you're feeling in your body, so that you can come to a better understanding of how you react in life in general. Well, I start with very simple, easily accessible sensory experiences, and just little by little they find they're going deeper without even necessarily realizing until it's happened. You know, I'm a very experienced somatic educator, and whether I'm teaching tantra or meditation or yoga or anything, it's all about helping people to become more willing to feel. Well, a number of ways. First of all, in general, by helping them to become more willing to feel, and thereby to trust their deeper intelligence instead of constantly trying to work things out with their mind. But also by helping them to accept the pleasure side of life more fully and more freely, especially the pleasure nature of their own body, so that external pleasures perhaps can have less pull and less power of them. Living a life of love by way of the omnipresence of pleasure.